Alright. Let's get underway with a live race. This ain't no community async nonsense. This is a live race between these two. This is happening literally right now as we speak, with maybe like a couple second delay. Kichiri, can you tell me what's ADKeys? What the heck does that mean?
Oh, that just means all dungeons. We have to do the 10 main dungeons that give you a reward for killing the boss, plus Aga Tower and Ganon's Tower before we can actually damage the final phase of Ganon. And we start out with our weapon being the Cane of Burna.
Oh, boy.
We're gonna have some magic management going on here.
Yeah, the tough part about Burna start is like the unlikelihood of maybe getting bombs or being able to farm bombs, which normally would matter, but we do have the starting boots, so we don't have to worry about the items in the back, so never mind. We're fine. Of course, it is always nice to have bombs going into Kakariko or whatnot.
Yeah. At the same time, this whole Burna strategy, you see our runners are just going to be using Burna for the Blue Knights that drop keys and the ball and chain guard in, and is going to have to be careful about how much damage they take while doing that, because they don't want to waste too much magic.
Yeah, there is plenty of magic to be able to get through this dungeon with all the enemies that you have to kill, that you're forced to kill, whether it's a kill room where you have to kill all the enemies to get out or to get the key drops. As long as you don't mess up. So just don't mess up. Now, there is a failsafe in play in this game that if you do happen to run out of magic, and then if you die or save and quit, it will give you, I think, half a magic bar back, maybe a quarter of it back, or something, because otherwise, you know, you could potentially softlock yourself from being able to continue.
You can't win the game.
You can't win the game. And we want these runners to win the game. Cheer, what song is this from?
I can barely hear it, to be honest.
Okay. What if I did that? Turn it up a little bit more.
That sounds... that's Final Fantasy 4, I want to say.
You should be able to turn the stream up yourself on Discord.
Ah, yes.
Problem solved?
I know technology.
I trust that you do.
Alright,
both players have acquired Zelda, and now we have to get out of this dang dungeon. You know, I kind of like the idea of doing standard, because it just means that you don't have this weird, isolated, oftentimes hit or miss Hyrule Castle play that you have to consider making at some point.
Plus, you're almost always guaranteed to get that Hyrule small key, like, early, and you don't have to worry about Hyrule dungeon logic in general.
And, you know, there's also the potential of getting a useful starting weapon. You know, you could get something like a sword or a hammer or Samaria, something that has a little bit more weight in the seed. Unfortunately, Burna doesn't really open up too much for us logically. Maybe later on when we have to do a required spike cave or something, but...
Not if this seed turns out to be like a 4-heart blind. You know, Burna's a good weapon for blind.
Yeah. I can't imagine that with... Maybe if this was inverted or something, sure. Hopefully we won't be seeing a Burna blind by choice.
And if we do, you can blame me for it.
What did you do? You didn't roll the seed, did you?
No, but, you know, commentator's curse.
Of course, yes.
Call into being.
Yes! How could I forget the funny? I feel like with this magic, I'd at least... Well, we got Ether. I guess at the same time, it's the ropes and the guards that share an item pool, and I don't know if we've seen any drops from the guards that we've killed, so maybe not. Maybe we don't know what they have, what prize pack they have.
Somewhere we got full magic from both runners.
Oh. Well, that probably means that it's in the magic pool, which does not have bombs in it. JP down to less than a heart after getting hit by that rat, but fortunately shouldn't have any danger going through, and can also pick up a couple hearts back here. We got another big key to the Tower of Hera.
Ooh, so there's your safety for the rest of the game.
A whole magic powder as well. Once again, this is the bracket stage of this tournament. These runners are vying for a spot in round 2 of the brackets, where they will go on to face, I believe it is Homemade Beer.
That'll be a good matchup no matter what.
Yeah, it's a lot of big names in this tournament. Ooh, wow, okay. You should definitely hit the mirror right now and get back to the front of Hyrule Castle. It'd be funny.
Oh wait, the mirror takes you to the front of Sanctuary. Whoops.
Whoops. False. Thankfully, it's not that big of a loss, but it would be funny.
I mean, if we found the glove, that would have been a fast way to just go to the eastern area, but
yeah.
We did get bombs and bonk rocks there.
It's always a nice find. So yeah, it's all dungeon seed. We have to beat literally every dungeon in the game, regardless of what it has to offer. And oftentimes you're gonna see a situation where you have your go mode Ganon's Tower big key, or your go mode big key and or item required to beat that last pendant dungeon.
And then, you know, everyone's favorite, the Aga 2 key. Or Aga 1
The Castle
key.
Tower key number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are the culprits, for sure. That's why they created the faux all dungeons, where CT smalls are vanilla. Just to avoid that.
Yep. We did see that it's just a map there in Graver Ledge. We're probably not going to go get that.
Or Lumberjack?
Lumberjack, sorry. I had Legend in mind, and then for some reason my brain was like, Graveyard!
Wrong ledge. Desert Ledge. Alright, small key to pod, our first of many. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny with starting boots and having to beat Aga regardless. You'd almost kind of wish there was something at that Lumberjack Ledge. Just because it's, like, free info.
Yeah. Well, that and we just said that the second Castle Tower keys are usually a pain in the butt. If there's progression there, you now know
yeah.
that... Yeah.
That's a good point. You kind of want something like a Moon Pearl to be there, because you know you're going to have a earlier Aga seed, or Aga play. Which, I wonder how often that comes up in these all-dungeon key sanity seeds. I love this simultaneous Kakariko. Like, they're just doing the same thing, which is very easy to track. So thank you, folks.
But they're also doing this entirely different. You're seeing the speed of using the mirror block the lead over just doing the puzzle normally.
Yeah, well, I think JP also, like, bonked a couple times. That doesn't help either.
But we have our money for bottle vendor, or if they want to skip it and buy some bombs, that's also an option.
True. Be a bit hard-pressed to skip bottle vendor, though, you know, it could just be a small key to a dungeon that we're not going to see for a while, like Ganon's Tower.
That could also be like 20 rupees.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well.
Now I could see skipping it, because now you have an easy way to come back. Got a bottle. See, the one problem I'm concerned about with JP's MSU pack is that when you have medleys, a lot of times you have songs of different volume levels, potentially. Hey, look, it's a key to a dungeon that we're not going to see for a while.
Man, someone here is a witch.
What up with that? Alright, we be activating them birds.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some divergence after we finish the rest of Kakariko. Probably see one of them, like, fly to 5, the other one fly to 1.
Yeah, we'll have to see. It'll be interesting, because, like, you know, we have Mir, we could go up to Hera, we have the big key to Hera, but obviously you don't want to go up there without a weapon to beat Moldorm. But what if that weapon to beat Moldorm is up there? What if there's a hammer in the big chest?
You just find 2 swords in a book, and you can also get Ether Tablet while you're there. Just the God route.
Yeah, you know, it's the usual. Like JP's gonna sell that gold bee for a little extra cash. Not a bad idea. Almost think of considering saving that bee for like mini Molten Cave, but with Burna, it's not really that necessary, I'd say.
Sick kid, we have some vials, we have a map to who cares, because we're going to have to beat all the dungeons anyway.
Tower of Hera. I mean, on one hand, yes, it's not that... These maps aren't as essential because we have to beat all the dungeons anyway. But it is good to get that information just so you know what can or can't be inside Ganon's tower.
Well, that, and, you know, if Hera's like the green pendant and we beat it, then, you know, that might influence your routing. Like, you know, let's not do East Drain, let's just go ahead and get the green pendant before going out there. That kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun part about it is, you know, dipping a pendant dungeon doesn't feel too bad because you know you need to beat it no matter what at some point. It's just a matter of, okay, can I hold off and go a little bit later? Can I save a couple seconds by just routing this a little bit better?
Oh, another TR small. So, what is your thoughts on scouting race game?
I think it's mode dependent and item dependent. If I have, like, boots and flute, then it's probably not bad to just dash over there, take a peek, and then flute away. In a mode like this, though, where it's much more likely to be a small key, I'd be more interested in just blind grabbing it, but it's a very small time save, so... Ice Palace. Alrighty then.
Yes, but so my whole thing is I always just do it regardless because you see what happened on JP. What?
Sorry, we got a bow and a hammer at the back of Zaha, so there's there's your Hera. Oh, I'm tracking for the wrong. I have these flipped. Whoops! Hold on.
By the way, JP found the Quake and found a glove. Very nice. We're just Moon Pearl away from Dark World access.
Okay, sorry. Whoops. Oh, boy, this is really confusing. I'm confused now. Okay. So
the trackers are right. Trackers are right.
The trackers are right, but here's what's confusing. On my screen, I have Sean's screen and tracker on the left side, and JP's are on the right, so it's just mirrored from what you guys are seeing, so it's throwing me off. So I just need to not look at the overlay, and I'm fine. It's okay. I did this to myself on purpose.
Just playing hosts and commentary and tracker on hard mode. There's the book.
Skullwood Small. And the lamp! Wow, this is a really stacked start. Holy cow. Especially when and if JP heads on over to Saha's. I would assume I would probably see him do that before going up the mountain, unless he does find another weapon over here.
We found another small key in Spec Rock. Let's see where this leads.
Oh, watch out for crabs.
That was almost a death there.
Oh, don't get birded. Small key to thieves. That's a nice one to find, especially with the early hammer. So now you know you're never doing the back of Thieves Town without checking all of it. There's the pearl. Okay.
That's a location for us. So between our two runners, we do have Dark World access.
It's definitely not a thing that Sean's gonna miss out on for too long, for obvious reasons. If it was something less, important but less important than a Moon Pearl, I could see, especially with Flute in hand, skipping Ice Rod Cave for a while. But it's also a pretty quick one.
Well, we have Hera. We can get 5 of the 6 items here, including another bottle.
Another bee! The third bee. No, the second bee. Third bottle. I think we do have a red potion, I believe. What?
Oh, wow. Okay.
What?
That's blue now.
This is such a nice start. We found so many goodies.
Oh, we're still at 3 hearts, 15 minutes.
No, it's not important. I just have a feeling that this seed's gonna be like, here's all the items up front, but good luck finding the big keys. Some money in a tunic, you know, not much progression, but not something you're going to turn away from. And now JP's going to head out to go hit up Agnes Cave, and then be curious to see if he does head to Saha's hut. I can't imagine why he wouldn't. There's not really too much you can do up on the mountains.
Well, with that lamp, that might also push him to see if the first 5 items in Eastern or something.
Yeah. It's a toughie. I think if it weren't for the fact that he's going to get Dark World axes from Saha's hut. Oh, nice fire. What the heck, man? Silver world. This light world is stacked. What the heck? Cut it out.
Oh, that's Skull Woods we can do.
Well, most of it. We'd still need
we
a
don't have the sword.
but yeah.
For some reason, I thought we had the sword.
Oh, he's going up the mountain. Okay, well, there's not too much you can do up here without. Though it's going to feel kind of bad if he does go into Hera without that hammer. Alright.
The nicest mold orm I've ever seen.
Yeah. Pretty safe with that hammer. Compass and... I feel like this is a mode where you would not be upset if a pendant fell on your head.
No.
Without you knowing.
Yeah.
Because it just means that, okay, there's less items that are going to be in Ganon's Tower that I need to care about.
That and like another mode when you get a blind pendant, it's like, well, I just wasted 3 minutes where
Yeah.
my opponent found the map and knew not to waste their time in this dungeon.
That's the tough part when you of like the map compass shuffle modes, where you're like, okay, it's time. I have to commit to a dungeon that I don't know what the prize is. Please give me a crystal. I beg of you. I do kind of hope JP doesn't go into Tower of Hera. For his sake. I mean, he's not gonna... If he does, he'll get the Swamp Big and that heart container, but that's about it.
Guess I'll check the chest up top, but again, there wasn't really anything up there than, yeah.
Oh, and I guess the key that was in the big chest.
Yep.
Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a time sink for JP, which, you know, it's still very early on. Not ideal, but not end of the world.
Yeah, we still have like an hour and like 20 minutes of this race left.
We've only just begun. Right, what do we got over in Paradox Cave? We got a map to Ice Palace, which we already know on JP's side is the green pendant. What was that? What was...
I have no idea, and it's making my ears bleed.
Yeah, I am not a fan of that. That's way too high-pitched.
Ooh, nice triple there with the Moldorms.
A third TR small? Just triple booms on the Ether tablet, so we get excited about there. We got a blue boomerang and a heart piece.
So not quite a stacked mapping, but where is Sean going to go next? Probably find a Moon Pearl, honestly.
Yeah, probably gotta go South Shore. I don't know where else you'd go. Oh, is this a Houlihan? Just in case some money shows up?
Alright.
You never know. What's up, Codeman? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a turning ready mode. Oh no, JP.
Inverted turning ready? What?
Yeah. Okay. JP, it's frustrating because you don't want to isolate, you know, your hammer or something up here, if it is up here, but we know that this is not the answer. Oh yeah, no books, so Sean not gonna be able to go into desert, which is fine, not gonna get it. There was just a mail upgrade and some money in there, so not a big deal. Be curious to see how our runners route once they do get Dark World access. Oh, right, the fire up. That was actually worth something.
Well, with the fire rod, again, that's a lot of Skull Woods.
Mm-hmm.
We have the mirror, so we can do King's Tomb and actual Graveyard Ledge, not the ledge I said earlier.
You know, I think I would be somewhat inclined to hit up Hype Cave first. Maybe do Hype Cave up to Catfish. Maybe. Or maybe Hype Cave over to Diggy Game and then go up and do Village of Outcasts. Just hoping you find a sword or something so you can do Skull Woods. Okay. Can't imagine JP is going to do this into Eastern, though maybe worried might have to make a play after that unfortunate, unnecessary Hera dip.
Well, we'll see here. It has the bow, has the lamp.
Yeah, I mean, what if the big key's just in there? Nope, see ya.
Nope, out. Bye. Oh, this is Hype Cave, right? This is exactly what you said.
I like it. So now really the only difference is just the Paradox Cave and versus the desert between these two. Oh gosh, the mirror!
Not every world transition can be the Sonic Mania world transition. So
I know. It's a shame. It's a real shame. Might have to switch on over and try the 8-bit Big Band MSU from Sean. Okay, we got a TR map.
With everything else we've been getting for TR, we might take a quick look to see what it is.
Okay.
Man, we just went to Chipotle with all these burritos.
3 map cave, wow.
It's a gas station from the mid-90s with atlases.
Or like one of those little community centers or whatever when you're on the right off the freeway, right off the highway.
The rest areas.
Yeah, the rest areas. Eastern and Pod are red crystals today. Let's see if we get another map check. Do it! Do it, JP! Okay, I'm switching audio.
Yeah, Sean's falling behind now.
Sean heading to map cave. JP turning back, I think, to go check Bombos.
That's a good play, but that was just a weird way of like, oh wait, I forgot something. Let me just turn off this corner here.
A little extra info doesn't hurt. Also triple boom.
Now to go to Dig Game and that fun stuff.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Myers a pendant. TR is a crystal. Skull was also a crystal.
Swamp also a crystal. And then once he talks to the bomb salesman, he'll have his red crystals. If he does. It doesn't look like he's gonna. Ooh, what is this route? K45 is a small key to Meyer. Oh, bomb purchase. Smart. Wasn't even noticing that. We're going back to the... Oh, okay. I almost figured might as well just keep going north and go up to Catfish. There's a useless map.
Well, now the red crystal info is there. So what we're missing is a pendant in... Oh, no. Yeah, pending the crystal from either DP or Thief Sound for full info.
Mm-hmm.
It's not often you get full info this early on in these speeds.
It's pretty good. So at this point, our stuff that could be in GT would be like the GT Big Key, maybe a sword or something. Ice Palace Big could be in there. Meyer Big, Meyer Medallion could be in there, and whatever the heck, either Desert Big or Thief Sound Big. Once we know about that, so.
Well, a bunch of digs for $20. Not worth it.
Oh, is that... That was the moon theme from DuckTales, but big band version. For the Light World Overworld music.
No, I'm sorry. I should have picked the Bear soundtrack at the start of this.
Listen, the Final Fantasy medley was good until the mirror sound. And then it took me out completely. Sometimes that's all it takes.
That was horrible. That mirror sound was... I don't even know what game that...
I'm just imagining the other day when I was playing a seed that I was trying to mirror wrap and just was like mirroring several times in a row. If I was using that pack, I'd be like, my ears.
After like the 5th mirror in a row, you're like, well, that's an FF.
I've seen it all. I've seen enough.
Alright, so Bat was nothing. This is probably just now going to do Village of Outcasts and North Dark Hyrule.
Yep. It looks like both runners are making the same play. So we're gonna converge for a brief period. Maybe. I mean, I gotta imagine both runners are gonna do Village of Outcasts, Front of Thieves first. Before Dipping Skull, just in the off chance that a sword shows up. That's what I do.
Yeah, we also have a... depends on what runners think might be more useful. Like, I mean, we do have a Fire Rod to make the Gibdo room with the push statue a little bit easier.
Yeah. It's like JP's going Skull. You never know. Maybe there's just a sword in here. That would be most ideal. Small key to pod, our second small key for that dungeon.
I'm assuming both these runners can full clear pod with 4 keys.
Yeah. The 5 keys, now that's the dream.
Of course.
I'm sure everyone's experienced at least once in their time playing this game of skipping one chest in pod and getting absolutely blasted for it. I know I have.
Well, nothing in the front. And we're going to the midsection. Okay.
Yeah, JP's out of magic, so wouldn't be able to just fire out the Gibdos now.
Chess game is nothing. Yeah, that statue had a weird, like, bounce up for some reason.
Very spooky. Big key to Eastern. Alright, well.
Hey, Clarable Dungeon.
Oh no! JP was trying to get some magic, but didn't kill enough enemies, so it didn't spawn.
He's not doing... Oh, well, never mind!
Oh, because he wants to go check the front of Spell Woods. I feel like JP is making a lot of really risky plays, like the weaponless Hera dip, and now he's going to go check the front of Skull. Let's see if this actually pays off. Also, want to welcome Lana Bean and the Raiders to the stream. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. You're watching a Game 3 in the ADKeys tournament between Sean and JP. Winner moves on to the second round to take on Homemade Beer in some standard boots, all Dungeon Key Sanity.
I mean, this could be a really big play from JP if this is a sword or big heat pod.
Oh.
It's not. Never mind.
Just a compass. But, I mean, we're not finding a sword here in Village of Outcasts, so...
Oh.
Oh, and the ped check. Okay. That makes a little bit more sense now, going for this. Small key to the Dark Forest. That's a Skullwood Small.
Which
Oh
we
my
don't
gosh, this seed is logically ped. Got it. So, I guess full clear Eastern. Do you go ahead and set up for a pod dip too?
Oh yeah, I mean with 2 keys and the hammer yump, you can get like what 10 or 11 of the checks in there with 2 keys.
Might be able to get some goodies out of that.
That's
It would make sense. You just hop right into the Flute 5 Dark World spot and walk up, open it up, mirror, do Eastern, and then, you know, maybe we'll find a pod big, maybe find more pod smalls.
Well, both Sean and JP have swapped locations now, so we're going to see everything again from both sides.
Why couldn't they have just done the same thing together? Okay, I am enjoying the big band. I don't think it really fits very well game-wise, but I do love me some big band.
I want another Super Guitar Bros.
Mmm.
Like, for the last year, I've occasionally used the Volume 1 MF2, and then I look, I'm like, where's Volume 2? Give me a Volume 2.
I'll have to check that one out. I think I've listened to some of their stuff on their YouTube. Question in chat, where did Sean find additional TR Small? That was in Paradox Cave, I believe. Or at least East Death Mountain, which we haven't seen on JP's side.
Yeah, JP has done Desert, found a male, and Sean had the hammer on their time on the mountain, and got some goodies from that.
Is that Eastern big for JP? As for the other question in chat, could that be a problem? You don't need all 6 keys to clear pod, do you? You do if you don't know hammer jump, if you don't, or if you're willing to like skip stuff. You know, you could go in and beat the boss of pod with 1 key. You just go bow side and skip everything in the dungeon. But if you want to full clear the seed or the dungeon, you need at least 5. 5 lets you get everything if you do the cool trick to skip one of the key doors.
But then at the same time, you also got to remember a few of the checks are 6-key logic lock.
Yeah, it's always good to keep that logic stuff in the back of your mind, because you can use that to kind of determine where stuff can or cannot be. I feel like, I mean, it would make sense for JP to go rush Pod Eastern next, but I could see him maybe, I don't know. Would you consider, if you're JP, Paradox play at this point, or just hold off for Mitts to maybe show up?
If I was in this situation, I know it's a clearable dungeon plus like 10 items over a pod compared to like 8 items at Paradox. So I still think pod might be the better play of the 2.
I mean, even if you do get the Mitts, it only opens up TR dungeon info, like the 1 medallion you need, and just Super Bunny and first chest hookshot cave, but... And we... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Did we see what was on the Fluent Continent?
I don't recall what Sean saw. We probably saw it, but maybe. I don't know. Thank you so much, Shin, for the raid. Welcome, everyone. We're doing a little ADKeys tournament race. Game 3 between Sean and JP. Winner moves on to take on Homemade Beer in the second round of the bracket stage. These two have had quite a little set between. Right now, Sean's got a little bit of a lead just because of a difference of routing up the mountain with a weapon versus JP doing it without. Hey, look, the Mitts in my favorite spot for it. Little King's Tomb.
Okay.
Okay, now do you think JP goes up the mountain?
Yeah, no, actually, I think that might be a better play for JP, because you're also trying to, get the dungeon info,
Yeah.
just in case you're also looking for bombos.
And I mean, he could also go up and finish Hera. He knows that he had access to Moldorm early. But it looks like we're gonna get a little bomb jump here. Does that actually work? Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Second try.
It's a slightly different setup, but that worked out. Than what I'm used to.
Oh, Sean was thinking about going to the Meyer area, then decided that the Pod Eastern play was the play.
Interesting. I mean, go to Meyer. I mean, I could understand, because, like, if you're going that way, you might get sucked into that desert dip, whatnot. Well, you want to go there, get Meyer Shed, get Checkerboard.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just gotta go for the completable dungeons, but who knows? Maybe we'll see a difference of routing from JP, or maybe JP will head that way next.
Even though we don't have the big key to Meyer, if we can get into Meyer, that's 6 items also.
Yeah. That's when you don't want to find a sword. You don't want any sort of push into Meyer without the means of actually doing much in it. But then again, it is key sanity. Okay, did JP get hit and it was fine?
Yep, I am questioning that as well. Because that was a fake flipper.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't have done anything. It would just put him right back on the land. Oh, there's Kana Samaria. And a blue potion from the fairy.
And then we have multiple potions here.
Alright, very good fake flipper from JP. And gonna follow us over. See what Zora has. See what's on the ledge. Might even see another splash delete to get this if it's like a key or something. Nah.
So I wonder if splash deletes put you into like a different like status than regular.
I wonder. Yeah, I wonder. Like maybe does your status change like when you screen transition or something? Then it treats it more like a true fake flipper? I don't know.
Learning something new about this game every day.
Yup. Okay, I gotta imagine JP's heading... Oh, head to the Meyer area. Alright. Oh, and there's a map to Thieves Town. We will have all of our info. There was one time I got shot fake flippering into Ice Rock, or into Waterfall Cave, literally as I was entering the cave.
Oh, there's our GT big.
Oh, wow. Very nice.
So if you guys guess 60 in chat...
It looks like JP spotted that Quake was the medallion for Meyer, so if we did find a sword, it would be accessible. Nice little GT care package here in the front of pod.
I would have gone to the back, then went back to the front before having to do mimics again, but that's fine.
I think... Ooh, there's
hey,
flippers.
flips.
All right. I think... So that actually means our Samari is in logic right now. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think it's a bad idea to check those, because those are the ones that are actually in logic, because none of the back is in logic, with only 2 small keys.
So fun fact, if TR is either Ether or Quake, we can, with our 3 small keys, we can go... Well, we don't have the sword, but that's almost all of TR available to us.
Yeah. Ugh. The early iceless TR play. No wonder JP doesn't want to go up the mountain yet. Loving this big band F-Zero.
F-Zero is very underappreciated. We need more F-Zero games.
Mm-hmm.
Where is our 90-track F-Zero Switch game?
Dude, Mario Kart 9, the next Mario Kart iteration is just going to be an F-Zero game instead. Because they can't improve on Mario Kart 8 anymore, so they got to make a new game.
they somehow bring back like triple dash or double dash with online play.
Triple dash. We're dashing 3 times now.
It's Triforce Heroes, but
Oh.
oh, okay.
Okay. Desert Big out of logic.
So Desert Boss is behind 6 Spot Smalls.
Lovely. Well, now going to the Mire area seems a little bit more exciting for Sean. We'll probably just go ahead and dip Desert and beat it. That'd be my guess. I mean, after we go to Eastern, of course.
Of course.
Of course. You're not going to come over here and then not go to Eastern. Ice Palace.
Ooh.
3 big keys in here. And I was worried that we weren't going to get, like, any big keys in this dungeon.
So with that cane, and our 4 vials, and our fire rod, and our hammer, we can, clear out Ice Palace if we wanted to for that green pendant.
I was hoping Sean would check that map real quick. Now we got Tetris.
All I'm thinking about is like an old YouTube video that like was actually the history of the Russian Empire to the song Tetris now. Oh, hey!
Spear one sword. All right.
Yeah. Imagine dipping Eastern when I was making that suggestion earlier.
Yeah, it's always the tough part. I mean, this is still better because you get to do it all in one go. I feel like making the Eastern dip early is probably a little bit more feasible when it's a key sanity. But, I don't know, I would be a little hesitant if I had the bow already. Maybe if I would be more likely to dip Eastern without bow and big key as opposed to whilst having both of them. Or having both of them. Having one of them, sorry. We also want to welcome Radical Sniper. Thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate it very much. Welcome, we're doing some all-dungeon key sanity tournament. We got a small key to pod. Hey, we're going back in, right?
Maybe. Sean did use up both their small keys. They might just save this key for Helmstar. Because I think Sean's now just missing the big chest and vanilla big key chest, I think. Aside from
yeah,
Helmstar.
That sounds about right. So there's the ice small. Wait, did JP open the front door or something? Or what did he check?
Probably. Because he's at E10, so he probably opened the front door.
So he's gonna miss out on that desert big for a bit. That's probably fine. Who knows? Maybe desert's the last pendant. It's gonna be one of those seeds where like desert's the last is a pendant, and the desert small is in GT and therefore required logically for desert.
Well, we haven't really found much other than the sword here in Eastern.
Yeah, sword, small key to pod. So the question is, where do you go next?
I think the sea's calling for Ice Palace.
Is it ice? Ice Palace. Yeah, I mean, we do have everything for it. Get that green pendant. Have just a lovely time. Sean having a little bit of trouble with the Igors in this dungeon.
Now, Sean also can do desert and, well, 6 checks in Mire.
Yeah, I feel like I'd see Sean go for the Mire desert area next before committing to ice, especially without Samaria, but JP might go that way. Or JP might go up the mountain after this.
Oh yeah, now with the sword, if TR is a Ether or Quake, that's basically everything but vanilla big key chest and right next.
Yup. And you know JP's probably got Paradox Cave on his mind since it was accessible before, you know, Dark World access. This Big Band MSU pack is hilarious.
It is lively.
It is. I love it.
Oh, we also, because of the sword, we also got Skull Woods as well. But now that's just one check because both the players did everything else. So.
Mm-hmm. Now I wonder if Sean is gonna make the Meyer dip. I mean, it's not a big deal without Samaria unless Meyer Big ends up like being in there.
Well, Sean is definitely going to do flippers, and that will probably push him to Waterfall Cave soon.
Oh, this is Super Mario Land.
Yeah.
That game's hard as heck. I remember taking me forever to beat it as a kid because it was tough.
And now you just load it up these days, and it's like a 12-minute game.
I don't remember the last time I played. I need to play it sometime so I can see if I'm a gamer or not.
Lana's with me.
I just remember the little Koopas that exploded when you hit them.
God, they need to bring those back. That was actually a cool enemy idea. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that they brought back the like super shooter, the little bouncy fireballs or whatever for Mario Maker. That was fun. When's Mario Maker 3?
Probably after Wonder comes out because they're going to let us make some Wonder stages.
True. I still think they need to add like an ultimate chicken horse mode where you build the stage to beat your team, to beat the other players that you're playing with.
That would be awesome.
I would love that. Nintendo, I know you're listening. Make it so.
I'm just now imagining like Pooh and Sojo and Panga playing that now, and it's just like, you know, Takashi's Castle's level of heck.
I always love watching the Mario Maker races at GDQ. They're always so fun to watch. Well, we got the Ice Palace play from JP. Feels like an easy play to make with this loadout that he's rocking, especially with Samari in hand.
Also got a blue potion, just in case something goes wrong during cold.
Yeah, I would, unless we find like another sword in here, I would definitely see JP just down that blue and continue the fire rod shots.
Well, Lambo's just for $50 and a pendant.
Alright. That is actually... So right now, the only thing that can be in GT would be swords and a Meyer Big. That's it. That's the only thing that we have to worry about being in GT. Well, and the CT smalls, of course. Keep forgetting those exist. Because they're awful and they shouldn't exist. I wonder, has anyone made a version of this mode where all the key doors are unlocked?
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Because I have gotten absolutely spoiled by that in my Majora's Mask randos. They are quite fun.
I honestly wouldn't mind like a randomized door mode, like where random door, like you know how in like door randos, like doors could be big key doors and small key doors. Like don't shuffle the dungeons, but like
just the doors.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting. Not as interesting as full door rando, which is top tier doors. Oh, wow. Okay, Sean is going ice as well. So, gonna lose a little bit of time not having the Samaria, but...
That's all 4 TRs.
Hey, oh! JP just has to get the one out of East Death Mountain.
We're going to find Ice Rod here on cold, and it's going to be like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah, Sean is also beaten Hero, too. The big band, the big key to Meyer. Okay, so
Well,
swords and small keys, castle tower keys. That's all we have to worry about in Ganon's Tower. What the, what the heck? That's also a beatable Meyer for JP now.
nice seed. It's a nice seed.
This is a very nice seed until Ice Rod Go mode or CT Small Go mode. I guess even Ice Rod Go mode wouldn't be too bad since we know what's not going to be in Ganon's Tower. Sean is missing Samaria from Waterfall, so he's going to get it as soon as he's done with this dungeon.
But we get to see how, you know, the granddaddies of randomizer runners did Ice Palace, you know.
I am not a granddaddy.
Years ago, in the ancient year of 2019.
Back in the day. With this loadout, aside from maybe like CT Small, I could almost see like a Go Mode Sword Seed. The rare Go Mode Sword Seed in all dungeon keys. I wonder how many times that's happened in this tournament. If at all. Ooh, nice. Sean gets it right at the last second. Song is bopping.
It's a chill beat. Oh, there goes the blue potion for JP.
Yeah, he only got 3 fire out shots in though, unfortunately, so... I think... Did we pick up... No, it was another... No, we picked up a 4th potion, didn't we? I know Sean did.
JP did. Yeah, JP didn't, though. I don't remember where the...
JP skipped the B in Hera, but did get another one, so... I don't remember what's in it, but he's looking fine, just going for hammer. Nice.
That is the nicest cold I've ever seen.
Excellent. Now, do you go check green pennant right away?
Probably.
A blue and dark pot. Okay, that's what I thought. I remember seeing another potion. So JP had a backup, just in case things went wrong.
Yep, there goes JP.
Yeah, I don't want to isolate this check. I gotta imagine... I would go into Meyer hoping you find Hookshot in there.
I mean, it's a beatable dungeon. We're low on arrows, so that's going to be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, that's true. There are a couple arrow pots in there. Another big key. Oh, it's called. Well, that's fine. We have to go back there anyway.
Yeah, that's your ticket back in. It's not just Moth by itself.
Yeah.
It's
this was the perfect time to get that. And looks like we are going to Meyer. Who knows? Maybe Silvers will be in here.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yep, JP remembering that with Quake Medallion, it does not kill the bird because the bird is a flying type. So making sure to take that out before using the medallion, otherwise the bird would be bonking you on that, pecking at your skull while you're frozen in this cutscene. Oh, I remember I asked Kara to make a mod of the game where your iframes are gone. And I'm just thinking how funny it'd be if the bird's just like actually chunking away all your health while you're stuck in the cutscene. Incredible.
Alright, we're now into Meyer proper. We do have some keys, so we can just go left right away.
Hoping to find Hookshot, Sword, Ice Rod would be nice too. Imagine getting up to Dark Death Mountain or for JP East Death Mountain for the first time and just having a completely full clearable TR. Yeah. Cape is really nice. If we if you had a sword, an extra sword upgrade, then that would make the Vidi fight even easier.
I still wish like Nintendo like added more ways to incorporate the medallions into fights, kind of like how Bombos with Cold Stare. Like,
Yeah.
what if Ether froze and broke all the mini eyeballs?
Oh, what, like it. I'm thinking like,
Yeah.
what if you used ether and it like just killed the goop, the mire, the
basically,
vitty goop.
like, froze the goop, killed the eyeballs, and you just got left with
No. I mean, what if we actually freeze it and it just was ice physics? That sounds
Oh.
worse.
Quake to just skip having both Fire Rod and Ice Rod for try next.
Spending some cold cash. Might as well while you're here.
Well, now you have more arrows for your Vidi fight once you get your cane.
Ooh,
Oh.
that's a required small key. Just gotta wait for Hookshot to show up. So right now, Sean leading in the dungeon completion. There's the funny Samaria after Ice Palace. Haha. So, still gotta favor Sean at this point, but JP not too far behind unless that desert big eludes him for too long. Though I don't think, yeah, the way JP uses keys, I don't think he even did the back of Skull or of Pod at all. And there's the Pod big key.
No, JP went back there.
Just didn't do Harmless Hellway, that's all.
Yeah, didn't do Harmless Hellway, didn't do the vanilla big key chest.
Okay.
And of course, didn't do the big chest.
Gotcha.
But can now do the big chest, but also open the front door, so it's going to be like a 50-50 for JP on which of the...
Okay, hold your thought. All right, Pod big and 2 small keys here in Meyer. That's really nice. So I gotta imagine JP probably head back there right after this, because then he can turn in Green Pendant and then go beat Pod. Wow.
Game did the funny.
He did the funny. Where's Sean off to now? Just a lengthy route up to Catfish? Pyramid Catfish, maybe? Okay. I see. I'm assuming this will also include a Pyramid Catfish.
But yeah, no, Sean needs to get to Meyer to get all those keys right now.
Yeah. I gotta imagine right now in JP's mind, he's like, man, I have not been East Death Mountain yet. And it's, you know, almost an hour in. I'd be scared a little bit about that, but fortunately, so far, it's working out for him.
So what is the play now from Sean? Going the... I guess did we see what was on the island?
Yeah, I think it was just Rupee or Heart Container. One of the two. But I'm guessing Sean hadn't seen it, so this was just a blind check.
To Meyer!
Yahoo! Shazoom! JP stocking up on hearts, did pick up Fairy.
Oh, I just realized something. Sean never checked pad.
That's okay. Yeah, he didn't have the book when he was there. I don't think, or maybe he did.
He had the book, he just didn't check it.
Oh, okay. Well, he didn't go to the back of Skullwoods. He didn't do the Fire Rod check.
He did.
He did?
Yep.
Sean did?
Yep.
Oh, well, never mind. Did he go... No, because he did North Route before I think he went to Skull Woods, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then...
So that would have been the time to check it. Because he was done in Dark World, I think, at that point.
I'm pretty sure he didn't. So we might get a blind pet pull from him.
Maybe. Okay, JP utilizing all of his tools to get through this Vidi fight.
Very nice, with 1 arrow left.
That's all you need. Another pendant. Yeah, JP didn't even know. JP still hasn't, like... hasn't done a map check yet in the Dark World. Wasn't Book in...
Book was in Mini Moldorm,
Yeah. So he probably would have had it with him.
Yeah, you just don't have it marked on the tracker.
Oh, whoops. That would do it.
He also has cape.
He's gonna have a bug net pretty soon too. Now listen, I got a lot of work to do here. All right.
It's like you're doing 50 things at once.
Imagine commentating a Key Sanity. Ugh. Ugh. All right, green pendant. Give us the funny. We want the funny. What would be the funny? Sword, ice rod.
Ice rod. Ice
20
rod.
bucks.
Nope.
20 bucks. Best I can offer. Well, we're gonna see the rest of Pod coming up here for JP, and then I don't know. Do you go ahead and go up the mountain, or do you do Pyramid Fairy first?
Ooh. That's actually pretty tough, because, like, Ice Rod could be in Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah. Because I know I'd be thinking about TR before making up, you know, it'd be in the back of my head, heading up the mountain, just hoping that Ice Red shows up. Then again, we don't really have that many good plays left.
Ooh. That's a red mail. Okay.
It's a nice red mail. I guess you could also go beat Moth.
True. Get the big chest Skullwoods warrior there as well. 2
more other opportunities to find an Ice Rod or a Sword upgrade. Or a Hook Shot. Hopefully this game doesn't want us to do a Hookless Swamp, because that sucks. And races that are determined by Hookless Swamp are bad. Sean did Left Side Meyer. Left Side Meyer had the cape.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Desert Big, just clearing something up in chat.
Yeah, no, Sean also has 5 pod smalls now.
Alright, let's see what's in this pod big taste. JP did pick up the Desert Big, so nothing to worry about there. Not that that
We're
was...
just missing 1 big key now.
Yeah, just the Thieves Town one. I'm just wondering what our next big find is going to be.
That's probably most definitely going to be that Hook Shot. I mean, it's like this is the last thing out there.
It's going to be on Laser Bridge or something. I mean, we could still run into a Bombos required TR.
True.
Possibility as well. It's like both players tried to spook you, but neither of them got it. I thought I saw JP trying to do it earlier as well.
Yeah, JP did not quite get there.
Oh yeah, while we're here, once again, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching the little ADKeys tournament. Of course, couldn't be here without the runners and my co-com, so if you take a look on down in the title of the stream, I have tagged all 3 people. If you want to go check them out, go watch their streams.
It's a very colorful title.
I love it. I love that. It's such a cool feature. Go support the runners. Go support Kachiri. I'll also have their Twitch channels linked in the comment section below once this makes it to YouTube. Do all the funnies. You better, or I'm gonna shake my fist at you even more than I already am right now.
I'm just now imagining your avatar and like the replacing Grandpa from The Simpsons, shaking fists at clouds.
Shaking fist at chat. It seems pretty on. It seems pretty on brand, I'd say. All right, we got a dead Viddy. Soon, a dead helmet.
Oh, JP can also go back to Desert and finish that too now.
Mm-hmm. I wonder
JP
if
has a
he
lot.
will. I feel like at this point he probably would put it off. Waiting for the Desert Small to show up. Sean's probably gonna do Skull into, or after Pod do Skull into Ped check. Maybe. But yeah, the real question is JP gonna go do Pyramid Fair or not?
Yeah. Sean's going to have a quicker time through Pod. Only 3 checks here.
Yeah, it just has to do Vanilla Big Key, Big Chest, and then the boss. That's only a couple less, one less mirror out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No Pyramid Fairy, but we are going to get Hera. We're going to get East Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain.
This these items sitting in Paradox Cave has been hounding JP for the last hour and 6 minutes. He's got to know, and he's just hoping. Oh, I really hope there's not a sword there or something that would have been really helpful. And luckily for him, I think the only thing we saw in there was a TR small. That was it.
And the health and maps.
I am a little surprised we haven't seen at least one more map check from JP. Oh, he's not going into Hera.
That's weird.
Well, maybe hoping for the Hera small. I don't know why anyone would hope for that, but just trying to reduce the amount of multiple dips, since he already dipped it once. But it's not like the small key locks the top of Hera. It's not like how Thieves Town is or something.
You just don't want Orphan 1 check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another possibility. Hookshot would let you Hera pot and save a bit of time there. So, new information will be Super Bunny Cave, First Chest Hookshot Cave, and potentially, if we have the medallion for it, a
Nope.
a TR dip. I said new information. We already know about Paradox Cave.
I just love when the players do that, like the commentators like saying up what the chat's about to see, and the player's like, nope.
Well, I already knew he was going to do Paradox Cave first, because that's how you route this. It's not the same, Kachiri. It's not like, oh, now JP is going to go to Pyramid Fairy, and then he turns the game off and forfeits. It's not the same as that. That's different. There's TR number 4. Oh, the blue boomerang, yes! Yes!
We were forgetting something very important.
Very important. I can't believe it. Now, obviously, you're hoping an Ice Rod shows up in the next check or two. But, at the same time, like, if you have access to TR, there's no way you're not going in there. Right? While you're up here,
I mean, you're still getting like
in there.
You're getting everything but Trinex, so.
Mm-hmm. And you know, you could always try and save a portal. That's always a possibility. And you're doing everything in your power to skip the hookless swamp dip.
While Hookshot's just in the first chest of it, like, I've been sitting here forever.
Come on. There's our second skull. We know where the last one is.
There's 3 other swords in this dungeon and 2 CT smalls. Why didn't you guys dip this sooner?
Come on, we're just sitting here. Alright, here's Hookshot Cave with the ultimate funny. Hey, yeah,
The
yes!
funny! Did the funny!
The ultimate funny. Okay. Sorry for yelling. Alright, that's such a good thing to find for any player. Everybody loves that. Everybody loved that moment. Now, do you still go into TR now, or do you go to Swamp instead?
Well, you're here. Yeah, it's Ether. I think you're doing...
The worst thing is Ice Rod is in Swamp, because that means you can't save your portal.
Yeah.
That's like the worst case scenario. I feel like this kind of situation shows up way too often. But I don't know. I feel like maybe JP just like might be feeling a little behind from his earlier choices and needs to go for it. It's so hard to turn down a full clear Swamp Palace, though.
It's either you climb the mountain again, or you climb the mountain again. I mean, it ultimately just falls down to it. It's just, are you going?
Well, you shouldn't be falling down while you're climbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Good job with that yes and. Very well done. You're like, I'm taking my ball and going home. But you're already home, so. Give my ball back, Kachiri.
Speaking of balls, we're in Skull Woods. I don't know where I was going.
Speaking of balls, we're in Skull Woods. I mean, I wouldn't call it a ballsy play. It's pretty standard. This is a race that we're not going to get the blind ped pull. We will get a ped check after this for sure. Nobody's that foolish. Now, this is the moment where it's like, we're just watching and waiting for Ice Rod to show up for the player that's not in TR. Like, and then you feel bad. The instant feel bad. Okay. That chest is open. I get the feeling that Sean's already been here. I wonder why.
Don't worry, I was watching out for you, buddy.
Thanks. That's kind of why you're here. It's kind
of
the point of you being here. To watch and commentate. $50 in chomp, so front of TR, kind of a snoozer.
One of the nice things about coming to TR and keys with all 4 keys is you don't have to worry about orphaning this next check.
Mm-hmm. There's been so many times I like check a race room. It's like, oh, what happened? I accidentally opened up lava door, and you're like, the classic.
Because if you open that door, that 4th TR small is as bad as the 2nd CT small.
Yes. It's like, oh man, I really wanted to add a new Go mode to my day. Yo, new Go mode just dropped. This moth is being a big ol' ding dong.
It's connected to those spikes. Does not want to die. Got the whole survival thing going on right now.
I could see the fear in his eyes. And now he's dead. What? Oh! Okay, that is really bad for JP. That's such a... That's unfortunate. But, that's classic Rando for you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Sean's going to go right to TR next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, now we're at this point. We need to find our Thieves Town Big. We still need both Castle Tower keys. That could still play a part. This race is far from over. And then we need at least one more sword. But yeah, that's gonna hurt JP a little bit unless he goes right there. Oh, look. Our Thieves Town Big. Okay. CT Small Go mode. Or sword. It could still be sword. Yeah. It's, going... If JP saves his portal... It could be not so bad, but... I gotta imagine JP's next play after this would be Swamp, so you can't really save a portal going into Swamp. I make it a triple boom.
All the booms.
All the boom. Now, the next question is this going to be an actual Go Mode GT at some point, or are we still going to be full clear in GT later on?
Oh, so what? We're 2, 3 items?
Mhm.
3 items for Go Mode, so there's still a lot of seed left, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The way JP can route this is go beat Skull, go beat Thieves, go beat Swamp, and then do TR into GT. So just gonna lose a bit of time doing the trip back through TR. Oh, we got a shield, yes! JP not having a very fun time on this laser bridge.
Oh, no!
He has a fairy, thankfully, but at least he didn't get 1.0. That'd be a lot worse. Pod!
Hey! Everything's in logic again.
Yay! We're back on board. Oh my gosh. JP, I feel like you might want to just set up that safety door. Well, now you definitely want to set up that safety door. I guess he does have a red potion. Oh wait, he doesn't need the safety door because he can't beat Tridex. What am I talking about? I mean, he does need the safety door because he's gonna go save his portal and go to Skullwoods, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is gonna be looks like Tower of Hera, which is gonna work out. He will get to Hera Pot and make up some of the time he lost from the earlier dip. Well, Sean is kind of cruising. Sean definitely still the favorite in this race. Sean just kind of hit the right route, or at least just hit the dungeons in the right order or whatnot. JP lost a bit of time with the weaponless Hera dip, and then this unfortunate TR dip without Ice Rod. And at this point, Sean will clear out TR, clear out Thieves Town, clear out Swamp, and then maybe come back up and just go straight to GT. Question is, how much of the overworld do you check before committing to GT? It's always the toughie. Like, do you do like Pyramid Fairy after Swamp?
Yeah, again, swords could be anywhere, the CT smalls could be anywhere.
Yeah.
No, this could be one of those, like, really bad seeds where we find the CT small and a sword and another CT small is just the 2 checks in CT.
Mm-hmm. That's Moldorn for JP. Another crystal. Chomster being a little unfriendly for Sean there, but gets his $50. And next up we have what? Heart Piece and Lava Chest. Thieves Big and Mimic Cave. For having so many TR smalls this early, like we were at 3 under the hour mark, I think.
Yeah. So something tells me that Thief sounds about ready to be kind of loaded.
Yeah, potentially.
Because, like, 2 of those keys gets you the Thief sound big, so...
Aww. I don't know if JP was gonna Death Warp off of the spikes to save the portal, but... the heart refill was kind of unfortunate. Alright, I would assume we're heading to Swamp next for JP. Get your sword out of Swamp. Okay, I'm wrong again. Thieves Town in a Skull. Don't you dare go Skull first, JP. I'll be mad. Oh yeah, that's true. He did grab a fairy while he was in Tower of Hero. So maybe saving a portal was never on his mind.
Hey, he did one thing you asked.
Yay! Never been much of a mind reader. So. Where is our swords gonna? They're all of our swords are gonna be in Swamp. You know what they say.
All the swords are in Swamp?
Yeah. Or at least a sword.
There's also a sword in GT, because, you know, almost 30 checks.
Oh, maybe one of our swords is in the first chest of Castle Tower. I doubt it.
With a vanilla CT2.
Oh, that's the worst. John's been just cruising through this TR. We get to see some beautiful hammer strats on Trinex coming up. Oh, hey, look. There's the Desert Small. That could benefit JP bigly if that's where one of the CT Smalls is. Right side Desert, since JP has not been back to Desert to beat it. So this could be something. Now that's a pretty quick check to get to. Imagine Sean would head there, but that's just another one of those things, like, you know, Sean's done everything over in the Mire Desert area minus those 2 spots, and when you have, you have access to GT at this point, once you get your crystals. That is certainly not a check that's going to be on the front of his list, the top of his list.
Nice uses of Burna to get past these lasers.
Shield. 2 shields.
Well, the back of Thieves Town isn't as loaded as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It do be that way.
It's crazy how much like of the seed these runners did together, but it might come down to the fact that Sean got the hammer and bow earlier than JP that determined this race.
It's interesting because like just to play simply like, you know, oh, I went up and did Hera without a weapon, so now I'm gonna just put off the mountain for a little bit extra longer. You know, just these little tiny things kind of influence how your future routing goes and can really make or break a race. You know, completely change the trajectory of the race. And we got a sword off of Blind.
So now we're just in CT Go mode.
CT Go mode, the classic experience. I wonder if they had Foe all dungeons as a optional mode for this tourney, because I'd pick it every time.
Of course.
Of course. Though, honestly, this all dungeons is probably the only mode where I would be willing to pick inverted. Just because if you're in a situation where you're in like pendant big key go mode, you just do the GT climb first, and then it puts you back on the pier or on the castle right in front of GT, and then you go back in and do the basement. Always been a big fan about that. It's like the one good thing about inverted all dungeons. Alright. Oh man! This is interesting.
We'll probably see Sean now do Thieves Town, Swamp, then Pyramid Fairy, then probably GT. No other overruled checks.
Yeah, and because JP hasn't checked his map at all, like, I would assume we'll probably see Desert next after Skull.
Oh.
The double whiff has plenty of magic, though. And by plenty, I mean just enough.
Oh, just enough is always plenty.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Also, no one saw that double whiff. Just
What double? I don't know what you're talking. You just prime it up as Fire Rod. Oh, we got the claps. Alright, let's switch to the other audio. Those claps were taking me out of the moment. On Sean's side. Okay, gets through Moth. Moth is being
news.
kind of a jerk. Bad news. It's still good news, but it's not the best news. I would still be happy to see it. But I mean, what all do we have left? I mean, we still never did Smith Chain. That could still be an answer for the seed. We're not gonna see it. It's gonna be like post GT, probably. And now we get the map check from JP. Oh no!
Yeah.
So JP knows that Desert's a pendant, but
JP also is cleared to TT. Yeah. You're on it. Oh, God.
what? It's great. You're gonna hear it again real soon. Just kidding. I muted it. I muted it for everyone's benefit. Okay, big moment. If this is a CT small, that would be huge for JP, because, I don't know, I can't imagine... I could still see Sean go for it, but...
I mean, ultimately, we don't have that much of a game left.
Yeah. Could even see... I don't know if we ever saw Bombo's tablet check from Sean either. You might also see that after Swamp, maybe? I don't know. That's the tough part about this situation that you're in, is like, how much more do you check before committing to full clear GT? Yeah.
What? GT has probably, you know, half the items that are still available in it right now, like, overall.
Mm-hmm.
So you're now like a 50% chance one of your keys is in GT. Oh, no!
That's actually worse. That's the opposite of what he wanted. Unless that leads to the Castle Tower small. Otherwise, you're just losing more time. That's the worst. When you're, like, essentially behind in a race, and instead of getting the item, you get a fetch quest that leads to nothing. It's like, that's only putting me further behind. What's next? It's gonna lead to a mushroom?
Yeah, no, that's what I was already saying. I still remember one of the SG commentaries where one of the runners, this was before like Race Time GG, like muted chat for racers. Like it was like a fetch quest into a fetch quest into a fetch quest. And someone said in the Race Time chat, "Is this a plando?" And like 2 people forfeited because it was like, "Oh, we got spoiled this, man."
We spoil it, man. The good old SRL days. Man, I remember those days. SRL, especially during the big weeklies. It's like waiting for everybody to ready up.
Never on time.
Never on time.
Yeah, never on time.
Oh man, what a failure. JP whipping 3 of his fire rod shots. Gonna lose a little bit of time here. Sean's actually doing Smith Chain, which makes sense if your next play is Swamp. But this just feels like a play that, like, most people would probably skip. I like that. Get a little brrring. Oh!
Hey!
A sword.
That's a good find.
That's a really good find. That's a big find. Alright. Swamp. Swamp it is. our both of our runners. I mean, JP's gonna have a little bit of a lead going in the swamp. As in lead, as in like the first person go the bee going in the swamp. We're gonna. Okay, we're going back. Oh, is Sean skipping purple chest? Interesting. Just wanted to do one good Samaritan. Had to get them Samaritan points up.
Not sure about that play. Because you have the mirror to go pick up purple chest there. I mean, it's 2 additional screen wraps if you just flute to 7, do purple chest, and then go up to go back to Dark World. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how often I've seen someone save the Smith but not grab purple chest. Unless they were like coming up south Dark World maybe, and was gonna go to Thieves Town, so you need to get rid of one. But we'll see. So once again, at this point in the race, we are still, both runners are just looking for a CT small or 2. 2 to be exact.
not 1, 2.
Or 2. 1 or 2. Take your guesses. That's it. That's all we need to beat this game. The classic CT Go mode. Everyone's favorite. That's why people love this mode. Not me, though. That's not why I love this mode.
What are the chances at this point in time that both of them are vanilla?
Less than 1%. Just throwing it out. That's just taking a wild guess. I haven't yet crunched the math. I'm too busy tracking poorly over here, okay? I don't have time for that.
Don't sell yourself short. You're doing a great job.
I hope JP checks the shovel after swim. I feel like if you're both runners, who would be more likely to skip left side swamp in their current situations?
Sean.
Because he's cruising? It's such a weird thing. It's like, oh man, I feel behind, so I should skip it to save time. Or is it a, oh man, I feel behind, so I should make a play I don't think my opponent will do?
And it could just be both my keys have to be in GT at this point, you know?
Mm-hmm. This is why I like Door Rando, because left side swamp doesn't exist anymore. And you don't have every race come down to, who skipped left side swamp?
Well, JP skipped.
JP skipped. Sean is skipped. Both players skip. Alright, well, I mean, I guess we'll find out together in GT.
We'll be back in Swamp in like 20 minutes.
The question is, does anyone do Pyramid Fairy after this?
I feel like since you're already here...
Yeah...
Or you could wait till after you do GTCT, I guess. No, wait. After you do GT.
Real quick Pyramid Fairy check before I fight Ganon, just in case the Silvers show up. Pyramid Fairy into first check CT. See, if I already had a CT small, sure. Because what if it's vanilla? But, I don't know. That's a toughie. This is, like, honestly, this is my least favorite point in an ADKeys seed. Because it's like, how much do you do before you commit to GT? Because full clear in GT basement, it's a pretty big length of time. You really want to do that, do you?
Oh, nice quick kill from JP.
Yeah. The swamp has had nothing.
Yep. Now, do you go back in since it had nothing?
No. No, you commit to the skip. Alright, so really, aside from a couple checks here and there...
ooh, no Pyramid Fairy from JP.
Yeah, the big difference is just JP has to go back and kill Trinex first. So, lose a bit of time with that. But let's see if Sean... He's going back in! Oh, okay.
I was wrong. And I admit
Going back in. I mean, you're an hour and 35 minutes into an ADKeys seed. It's a pretty dang good time. To be literally GT, CT away from being done.
Yeah. So where we at? So we got the 2 items here. We got
Pyramid
1
Fairy.
item in Herod, 2 in Pyramid Fairy, that's 5.
Purple
1 check in
chest.
Purple chest, 6, CT 1. So that's 8 checks outside of GT, and GT has 27. So I can see why like JP is pushing towards GT, but
Yeah, JP needs to skip and not get burned to make up time. Because I mean, the thing is, if either CT small is on left side swamp, then this race is pretty much over. The other thing is, like, JP also needs to find another sword. Because the difference between Master and Silver is, especially in Silverless, is huge. There is still one more sword out in the wild somewhere.
probably in GT.
Very likely. Very likely. Alright. Just a couple rooms away, and then we'll find out the outcome of this race. Not necessarily. I mean, yes, if there is a CT small here, that's really bad for JP. We still need to find the other one.
But it's going to be something where JP is not coming back to Swamp
Yeah.
until everything else is checked.
This is definitely one of those skips where it's like, okay, well, I'm never going back. Never. Moment of truth. Is this a CT small? No. Is JP still alive in this race? Yes.
Ooh!
Yes,
Nothing
he
is
is. Honestly, these two might actually be pretty close together going into GT if Sean hits straight there. Which he has to if he's mirroring.
I'm surprised no Pyramid Fairy play, though.
Yeah. It's such a tough call. I feel like for Sean it was either one or the other, Pyramid Fairy or Left Side Swamp.
No, but this is going to be basically a tied race, minus, sword difference.
As long as JP doesn't have too much trouble with Trinex, he's not going to be... I think Sean's still going to be first in GT, but not too far behind. Oh, so swanky. Okay, not that I'm picking sides or anything, but I am kind of glad there wasn't anything on Left Side Swamp just to keep this race interesting.
Of course.
It has been a very interesting race. We're getting some backdoor strats on Trinex. Backdoor hammer strats are awesome. Big fan.
Oh, nice. Just using some regular swipes for this. That's cool.
Yeah. Can't swap to hammer while the other one's exploding, so usually go for a few Master Sword slashes. Okay. Now, do you find a CT small and then just go upstairs, depending on how much you've cleared?
I think at this point, since you've cleared almost everything else...
What's 6 on? Alright, I love it.
Yeah. I think you're in for the long run. You're getting all 27 checks.
Do you tile room early? Absolutely not. That's a foolish choice.
I would, though. Let's see.
You would?
I'm not a top tier player, so.
I don't think it takes it being a. I don't think skill level comes into play whether you do tile room or not. Sometimes you just have a feeling.
Lana is pushing towards the double vanilla CT smalls.
I don't know what I'd do if that happened. I mean, yeah, that'd be crazy. Alright, Sean with a little bit of an early lead going here. We have a Castle Tower small and a Bombos. We are one Castle Tower small away from Go Mode.
No.
And the big difference is, other than Sean being a little bit ahead, is the sword. Sword difference is kind of big.
Sean's not going up that small key. We're going, again, as I said, we're going to go until we see the second one.
And if the second one shows up, unless JP's doing, like, silly route or something, then Sean's definitely gonna retain that lead. Oh, JP is gonna continue on the left side. Nothing in Stalfo's room.
We're going to get 20 hearts on Sean.
Now, obviously, if you're viewing this, you are hoping for chaos and want the CT small to not be in Ganon's tower.
You still dive CT, though, right away, just in case, right?
Yeah, I mean, as opposed to what? Going back to left side swamp, doing Pyramid Fairy.
Purple chest, finding
yeah, that's the thing
hero.
is, do you go for purple chest or just straight into CT?
There's also, you find the hero small, and then you have to debate.
Mirroring out and doing that before. Hey!
Oh!
Okay. That's good for JP. There's a significant difference between Master Sword and Tempered, but not as big of a difference between Tempered and Gold, so... It can help on the Ganon fight only if you don't do your 1-in-1 strats. You miss a couple spins. We got a key to Meyer. We got some fake boots. That's what that green 20 is, the starting boots.
Man, this music is actually bringing the hype of what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm. No, this is perfect. So there are literally 3 keys, I think, left in the game. CT2, Hera, and then the other Skullwood Small, which is on the pedestal. So I guess there's only 2 more still in the game that we could still randomly run into. You do not want to see the Hera Small. Or the Mushroom!
Oh, no.
Nobody wants to see that. I know I don't.
Oh yeah, we never saw Dick Spot, what?
Yeah. I kind of wish JP had checked that just because he committed to going over there. Sean having a little bit of trouble with this bonk spot here. Yeah, this is so much better than, like, MSU packs that have, like, sleepy music going on. For GT. This is great.
Yes. Question in chat, yes, CT2 can definitely be
yeah. CT could absolutely have its keys be vanilla. We got a Mirror Shield, 10 arrows, and a heart. Alright. And right side. So far, really just finding the mushroom and the sword, JP is probably like, oh, come on, game. But maybe we'll see the tile room gamble.
Yeah, you're doing tile room now since you already did full left.
Oh, yeah. Listen to that bass guitar. I love me some big band.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is another game-deciding moment right here if CT2 is in tile room. That would be nutty. That'd be JP's game. If it's not, then Sean continues to hold on to this lead. Oh, half magic's nice though.
Oh yeah.
I'd be happy to find that.
Happy for it. So when you do when you do ice, wait, never mind.
When you do when you fight Lamolas too. Yeah, that's.
There we go. That works.
Nailed it. Now, JP needs to just get the 4 chests and mirror out. He has plenty of keys. He does not need to get the other pot key in here. I know I would muscle memory and get it anyway.
Oh, gold beast strats.
Gold!
Very nice.
Okay, good. JP does mirror out. Sean about a half gauntlet ahead. If the CT small is upstairs GT, then this race is very much in Sean's favor. But if it's still a CT small key hunt after this, then it is pretty much anyone's game unless they do the exact same thing. Which could happen. Okay, I have to get this MSU back. If not to use for streaming, then to just listen to. Because I'm a weirdo that listens to video game music pretty much anytime I'm not doing other stuff.
I mean, I remember in high school I had like Square Enix mixtapes, burned CD stuff.
Nice.
I had a teacher who was like, "Oh yeah, no, you know, while we have study time, bring in your burned CDs and we'll listen to them." And it was like my turn, and it was just Chrono Cross music, and people were like, "What is this?
What is this?" I remember I had a creative writing class, and one time it was my turn to bring in the music, and I brought in a Peter Gabriel album that my brother lent me that I had not listened to yet, and it had a big swear word in it at the beginning, and I got embarrassed. All right, upstairs GT has a 5 Rupert, a small key to Hera. Of course, CT small is the last key. Of course it is. Sorry for shouting.
Just a mirror out. Go get that. Recline.
Just do the climb again. No biggie. Oh, there. Okay, there it is. All right, the bailout. So Sean, first one in go mode at an hour 46, roughly right around the hour 47 mark. Sean definitely in the lead here. Can just immediately land on the pyramid, mirror, and do CT. It's just a game of execution now at this point.
We're just missing one heart.
We're just missing the one. So this is kind of rough for JP.
I mean, this time difference, it just comes down to finding that hammer early.
Yeah. I mean, if you were to take any particular moments in this race, it was the Hera play without a weapon, and even the I mean, I think the TR play was unfortunate. I don't think it was I think the Hera play was worse. Or more unfortunate. I'd say the TR play was probably more time costly, but...
Of course. But no, it was still a close race for most of it, though. I mean...
Bum, bum, bum. JP gets the funny, followed by the less funny but more serious. It's tough because at this point, literally the only thing that can make a difference is if runners just mess up, which we don't want to see, obviously. Like, I mean, a silverless Ganon fall, like, obviously that'd be huge. I don't imagine that ever happening between these runners. These runners are pretty experienced in playing this game, racing this game. They have a lot of hours spent playing this game competitively.
We have like a 1 in 10 chance that the silvers are in this next chest, though, too. Thinking about it.
Sean skips it, JP doesn't. JP gets silvers. Could you imagine?
Oh, God.
Could you imagine? Would that be enough?
Oh, my.
I mean, okay, what... Purple chest... Left side swamp... No, we saw left side swamp. Pyramid Fairy...
Hera basement.
Hera basement. There are very few spots for these silvers to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have like a 1 in 8 or 1 in 10 chance that's in the second chest here.
Yeah. Fortunately, JP having a little bit of trouble with this Aga fight. Oh, that almost was a nice triple. Well, gets it done. Bit of a steep tower to climb. Sean still in the lead. The winner of this moves on to the second round in the ADKeys tournament to face off against Homemade Beer. Regardless of how this finishes up, this has been a very fun race. I do appreciate both these runners putting on a good show. Thank you. Oh, yeah, JP never saw the pyramid, did he? Money.
Just bribe Ganon. Hey, have 2,000 rupees. Let's go away.
Ganon, take this money. It'll be funny, I promise. You know, funny enough, this is actually a dungeon where Gold Sword makes a little bit of a difference. Since all the enemies are one-shot, while Tempered Sword takes, like, a spin. Ba-ba-ba.
So how many blue balls?
1.
No, there's 1.
I don't even know if silvers would make enough of a difference. Okay, moment of truth. Silvers.
Oh,
close. I can't, for how much these runners have done, I can't believe they didn't get the silvers.
So what? Hera basement,
Purple chest, Pyramid Berry.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking, like, how if JP like skipped tile room like Sean did, how much closer this would have been. Like, I don't want to do the thing where it's like, oh man, if one player just did this differently, that would change everything. But
of course, I mean, because I do it all the time. Yeah, you could do a million things differently, but then you also gotta remember this is a randomizer. What if the hammer was in, Hera Big Chest?
Yeah, which I've had happen before.
Yeah,
it happens.
So if JP made that play and Sean didn't, boom, JP got a massive lead from that.
Yeah, this just happened to be a seed where I feel like a lot of JP's plays didn't pay off.
And he still kept it close. He still kept it within minutes.
He's not too far behind.
He lost a whole bunch of time, in Hera. He lost a whole bunch of time in TR, but he's still going to be fighting Ganon at the same time Sean is.
It does kind of feel bad to potentially lose after skipping like Pyramid Fairy, Smith Chain, and Left Side Swamp.
Yeah.
But he needed to even stay in the race. Now we get to see some cheeky Silverless. Very nice 1-in-1 there from Sean. Very easy to do with Gold Sword.
Okay, I might have been wrong about this.
Ganon, stop warping. Calm down. Either way, both runners, JP will be in the fight. Dark World.
So that's still Purple Chest, Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah. At least Pyramid Fairy. So vanilla. Yeah, and even at this point, Sean could still take a fall here and be fine. I don't expect him to. I'd be absolutely shocked if that happened. But it does happen.
As long as he isn't greedy.
Just don't get greedy. He's got to go get that last heart.
That's what Pyramid Fairy is. It's a heart container.
It must be. Not really getting these triples here, but no problem at all. This Ganon fight, or this Aga fight, I forgot how long it was. Jeez.
That's what I was saying. I predicted they were both going to be fighting Ganon at the same time, but then Aga turned out to be like a 6 blue ball Aga.
I thought Aga was like already mostly dead. Couple more spins, maybe like 2 bar. That's gonna do it. Get your GGs in chat for SeanRhapsody. It's gonna take the victory here in this game 3 and move on to the round 2 of the 2023 All Dungeon Key Sanities Tournament. Nicely done. Very good. Well, What a good race. I need to move this little...
Thank you.
Oh,
I get up from hiding.
let's switch over to this audio for a little bit of Mystic Quest, and then we'll get both runners in for a little chit chat.
Again, unfortunate rhyme, but I mean,
Yeah.
still, it's going to be within 2
It
minutes.
was...
You can't complain about that.
Yeah, it's tough, because you never know. Those plays could have worked out. They absolutely could have.
Finding Ice Rod on Laser Bridge, finding,
That's unfortunate.
yeah.
Definitely, when you're that far away from the torch, like, would have been probably either try and go for the fire rod or maybe hook shot to the lamp first.
Oh, hey, here's the half magic being in play.
Yep. I think JP still has like a potion or two as well. I mean, if he can still get triples off these... I mean, that's the nice thing about the half magic, is it's going to let him still get these triples off of... Well, except for that. But... no biggie. It just means we get more Mystic Quest boss music, which I'm all about. It's like one of the better qualities about the game is the great music.
Yeah, we just don't talk about some of the other things.
We just don't talk about the game, except for the music. The rando's really fun, though. I need to try more of those, but... That's a dead Ganon for JP! Just a little over 2 minutes. Get your GGs in chat.
A little over 2 minutes, and that's also with, the TR full dip. Yeah, no, that's just still showed how close these runners really were, so...
For sure.
All the GGs.
Bring, bring. What is this song? Alright. I'm gonna see if either of them want to come for a little chit-chat. Once again, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Make sure to follow the runners. Go support them. It'll be fun, I promise. Brain Lord. Yeah. Perfect. Alright.
Oh, but yeah, no.
Pull them in. Welcome, runners. GG's.
GG.
Yep, GG.
Very close race. Very classic CT Go mode.
Yeah.
And you guys kept it together for quite a while, like doing the same things. And then there were just kind of like one or two things that put Sean ahead. And then unfortunately, some of the the skips that JP made at the end were fine. They worked out. But just needed like that extra bailout at the end, like Tile Room CT Small, or even like Silver's showing up in Tile Room, or CT2, which Sean skipped. Would have kept it closer, but...
Yeah. Did we both double dip TR?
Nope. Only you did, unfortunately.
Okay, that's probably the big thing then, because if I do Moth before I go up to TR, then this is probably quite different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubled pod, and I went back in for Left Side Swamp, but that was about it as far as revisiting.
I did skip Left Side
dungeons.
Swamp.
Yeah, I think Sean did Spike Cave, and I think JP did too later.
I did not do Spike Cave.
Okay, JP did Spike Cave after Hera, but Sean did Save the Smith, but didn't do Purple Chest.
Your Silvers, probably.
Yeah, or Pyramid
Probably.
Fairy. Neither of you did Pyramid Fairy as well. There were two kind of big moments. The TR one was unfortunate, especially because TR had nothing aside from Thieves Town Big and Mimic Cave. But also the early mountain dip from JP without a weapon was a bit time costing.
Oh yeah, that hurt too. Yeah. I
Yeah,
bit into the Hera big key.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I wanted to try to find a weapon first. So, especially with the flute, I started checking some of the outliers that you normally wouldn't check. So, like, right after CAC, I went and checked Saha and got that stuff. And I think that's right. I think
so front-loaded.
I think I went up the mountain right after that, actually, after getting the hammer.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, hey, now I can check all of it.
Yeah, you did mountain before South Shore. So.
Yeah.
And that let you do Paradox Cave, which had nothing but a TR small. So.
Mm-hmm.
JP, having already gone up and did Hera, just went straight to Dark World after getting the hammer, I think it was.
And you guys followed each other. JP was in the lead, like not like in the lead, but like
first
JP
into
was
Dark
like,
World.
Yeah, and it was like one screen ahead, and you guys did the same actions for like 20 minutes.
It was interesting until it was CT Go mode. And then it's like, come on. But I mean, that alone was interesting. Just the fact that they were both in GT.
That was why I did Left Side Swamp, because like I didn't believe both of them were going to be in there. I figured one would, but it's like, is it really going to put both of them in there?
Mm-hmm.
And with it being Swamp, I didn't want to have to waste the time to open it back up again. So it's like, you know what the heck? If I lose because of that, then I lose because of it. But
yeah.
Yeah. Once again, for me though, second Castle Tower Smalls were the last absolute key I find in this seed.
Yup, with the Ped Skull Small, but like that, you see why I don't play this mode that often, because I feel like that happens way too often. That's why was Foal Dungeons, was that an option for this tourney? The one where CT Smalls are vanilla?
ADKeys? No, this is just straight up AD.
Well,
I'm surprised they didn't make that an option, but
I'd pick it every time.
Well, the thing is, it was hilarious because like we were memeing, oh, you're at the top of GT, got your Hera Small, just mirror out now and just do Hera.
Exactly.
I still can't believe after all that, Silvers didn't show up along the way. That was kind of nutty.
Yeah, that's one of the bigger insults I find about ADKeys sometimes, or any old dungeons modes. Like when I feel like I full cleared the game and I still didn't get Silvers.
Yeah,
I didn't get half magic either. Did you
half
get
magic
that?
Was at Tile Room.
Oh, of course it was.
And JP, the last sword was at Hammer Pegs. Sean got that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Yeah, that might have
getting a second sword off of blind and then immediately getting tempered.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get tempered until GT.
Yeah,
which probably cost a little time too.
You're because what bosses did you have? Then you just had what, Argus and Lamolas and Trinex before GT. I think it was. I guess Mothula too, but I think Sean had only Master Sword for Mothula as well, or maybe even Fighter Sword.
I had Fighter for Mothula.
Yeah. So I felt like your boss fights were all fine. They were all good. I don't think you lost too much time.
Maybe Vidi a little bit, but
you both had Fighter Sword Vidi fights that were fine. You guys did great, given your resources.
Yeah, I actually resourced that out pretty well to the fact that I only have one arrow at the end.
Yeah, that was good. I think the only execution issues I saw were JP trying to go up Tower of Hera with the hard hat beetles in that first staircase room.
Yeah.
They were kind of being rude. And then Laser Bridge. I'm not sure what happened in Laser Bridge.
I don't know what was up with Laser Bridge. I was just off.
just couldn't get that right pixel for the dash skips.
Yeah.
That's something I've never picked up, is the dash skips.
Oh, do you do the like weird
like the stutter?
Yeah,
or whatever.
The stutter one's weird. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I just do the thing where I just inch my way up and then walk in, which is also slow. But I think at that point JP was out of magic. I don't know if you had a potion or not.
I still had a blue at that point.
Okay. Did you at all consider saving your portal after TR?
A little bit, but at that point I was kind of like, okay. I kind of feel bad that I didn't get Ice Rod here, but I got some stuff that could lead to Ice Rod, so I'm gonna somewhat gamble and say Ice Rod's behind that.
Yeah,
And-
like Ice Rod and Swamp or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
And unfortunately, it wasn't.
Yeah. It's a tough call when you have, because you had all of East Death Mountain, and then TR, and even like Moldorm. So going up the mountain over like going back to a previous dungeon, like it's a
Yeah.
tough call. It's like, yeah, I could go do Skull right now, but you know, maybe I'll find a sword up on the mountain. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing with like before you go to GT. How much extra stuff do you want to do before you commit to it?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So,
But
and
yeah, it is what it is. You know, it's
Mhm.
a close race.
it's very
I'm
close.
somewhat
race.
relieved because I have too many tournaments going on now.
One less one. Yeah.
Yes.
Because you have what? You're still doing. Are you still in cross keys?
Still in cross keys, I barely care about that one.
Okay. And then Z1R,
yeah.
you have.
Z1R bracket starts next week.
Is that a best of
I'm
3?
still signed up for casual boots,
Oh
but
gosh,
that's
it's too
I don't
much.
know.
Sean,
Yeah.
what you got going on?
Yeah, I've also got cross keys and still signed up for Kaz Boots and NMG League, actually.
Oh yeah, the rando NMG.
Yeah.
It's an interesting
only-
thing that they're doing this time.
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
I still have not tried one of those, but I should.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering if I'm just gonna keep, like, maybe do one of those a week just after it's over, just
I've done.
to try
I
to
did it-
improve on it.
Mm-hmm.
I did it right after it became a thing, and it's kind of nice. I think it's like 9 to 10 minutes shorter than.
I think it's
Regular
roughly
NMG?
10 is the general average for it.
Mm.
That's what most of everyone's times are that are big NMG runners are about 10 minutes faster.
Oh, so I can get a sub 80. I'm on it. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Well, once again, GG's to both you all. Thanks for a great race.
Thanks for restreaming
Yeah,
it.
thanks for restreaming, and thanks to Cheery for joining in as well. Thanks to whoever was tracking, which I'm assuming was myself.
I did all the tracking. For
Oh,
both
but
you.
thanks to you for tracking.
Yeah.
I don't know,
'Cause-
sometimes you capture our trackers.
Well, I don't really, to be honest, I don't really like the look of Dunka Tracker visually. I think it's too busy. And
Mhm.
your tracker's too long, JP.
Oh. It is kind of long, yeah.
Yeah. There's just that weird gap between the items and the stuff. So it doesn't work with my setup that I have. It's okay. I did great. I made 0 mistakes.
Absolutely none. It was
None.
amazing.
And if I
Just-
did,
it was
people
a
corrected
masterwork.
me. But that
It
never
was a
happened.
masterwork.
Never happened.
All right.
As
Ah.
you established, you didn't, so.
Didn't do it. I didn't track at all. It was the
It's
other.
just like how JP never whiffed a torch. It's just
Never whiffed
Perfection.
a torch in Skullwoods. Oh yeah, I mean the race was already over, but the torch glitch was unfortunate. The missed one.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I missed Torch Glitch, but did somewhat alright still.
Yeah, you still got a couple triples in there, so it worked out. All right, thank you all again. You may leave.
Alright.
Get out of
Adios.
here.
Get
Thanks for
out of
having me.
here.
You're
Thanks
banished.
again, Kachiri. Chat, once again, make sure click on the title. Click their names. It'll bring up a little box and you can click the follow button. Or if you're watching this on YouTube and I didn't cut out all the interview stuff, you can click the links in the comments. Once again, this is Willard J. Bradley. Thanks for watching this little tournament restream. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.